Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How are you all doing today? Please don't forget to like this video, like it on your way in, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me mute my phone. Follow me on my other social media follow me on my other social media pages. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe. Go over there, follow me on Twitter. Okay, I don't call it X, it is Twitter over here, as well as my Instagram. Go ahead and follow me. Also, don't forget to go to jovibeauty.com, find you one of our cute ass scarves. I'm wearing one today. Our cute bonnets. We have a lot of nice merch on our website, so don't forget to go in today. Also, shout out to Kay for becoming a new member. Oh, shout out to Kay. Shout out to Kay. If you do not know, you have to be a member. You have to be for the remaining of the week and maybe next. You have to be a subscriber to comment on the video, and probably next week or so, in the middle of next week, you would have to be a member. I created another membership tier. We currently have a $9.99 tier and a $5 tier. I'm just waiting for people to transition over to the other tier, but yeah, so $5 a month to be able to be in the chat. But regardless, you're a part of the beauty school. Okay, all right. Now, I also see that Kai can't comment today. She'll be a part of the replay gang. We appreciate you for letting us know. Now, hey Shay, how are you? Now, y'all, I want to talk about this article I saw regarding this TikToker who lost his cotton picking mind. Goddamn mind. Okay. And the comments, y'all, the comments. So I want to play the audio, the clip of him in behind bars. And I also have an article, okay? And we're going to go into these comments. And I need people to like really pay attention to how the world has trained us to attempt to respond to weird shit like this. This is some horrible, diabolical shit that occurred. And I see a lot of comments blaming the woman, which to me is just say what? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and drop this intro because y'all already know I can't even start the show without dropping my intro, girl. Hello, Michelle. Hey, the sweetest girl. Hey, mommy, how are you? Love you too. All right, so let's start out with this. I saw it on site this morning and I was baffled. But then it got even more baffling when I dug into the comments that I had to pull up the actual article because y'all playing in our faces. First let's read what it says. It said sensitive comment. Ali Abdulin, a TikTok star known by his handle, what that say, Jin Kid, was arrested in October 2021 for the alleged taking out of his wife and her friend. Okay, his wife, and this guy. The incident occurred in San Diego, California. Authorities claimed that Ali had installed a listening device on his daughter's iPad. He installed a listening device on her iPad, which allowed him to hear conversations between his wife and Barron, leading him to suspect an affair. Mind you. Well, let's keep reading. At the time of the Ali and Anna, the wife, were experiencing marital problems, according to prosecutors. Ali had been staying in a hotel, so he wasn't in the house no more. He was gone. She said, I want a divorce. Get out. And he installed the listening device on the daughter's iPad. The daughter who, we'll get to that. So, according to prosecutors, Ali has been staying in a hotel and stalking Anna after she had asked him to move out of their apartment. Ali reportedly snuck into Anna's apartment and confronted the pair when he reportedly powed Barron 3 times and then powed his wife in the head. Following the incident, Ali was apprehended and charged with 2 counts of first-degree pow. He pleaded not guilty, asserting that he was acting out of emotional distress. To yesterday, Wednesday 29th, he was found guilty of both and faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. The case drew significant media attention due to his social media fame and the tragic circumstances of the crime. He is scheduled to be sentenced on June 28th. Now, I'm going to play this in a second. Okay, but we heard everything. He was put out. I have an article from the common sense comments in the I'll read the comments in a minute. He was abused. He was extremely abusive. All this weird shit. She put him out. Not okay, because I don't know where in this people get. Oh, they were living together. She put him out. He put a listening device in the child's thing to try to hear what's going on in the house. Because she no longer wanted his ass no more because he was abusive. And so then he decided to premeditately, in my opinion, put a listening device in the girl's thing, in the little girl's iPad, go over there, take them out. And from what I gather, he had enough time to attempt to position the bodies. It was real weird. We're going to get into it. But let's play the video first of what he has to say.
So when you heard Rayburn's voice, you went to...
I didn't recognize him. I didn't know who it was.
But what were you thinking?
I was freaking out. Oh my God, I caught her. Oh my God.
How can you catch her if she left you? Once you done, you're done. Once she left you, you was done. You do not own someone for forever because y'all got married. Okay? This was wrong with some of these weird ass people. Okay, let's continue.
Oh my God, there's a man. And then guess what? Right here. Nightmare. R&B music.
He's losing his shit now. Imagine. Would you want to be married to a psycho like this? Jesus Christ.
I'm like, don't do it. I'm screaming.
As you're driving to the apartment.
I'm screaming. I'm like, don't do it.
What happens when you get to the apartment?
I go up and I see them.
What did you think?
They were...
Also, mind you, she took the keys back. She took his keys. He went or changed the keys and some shit. He went and snuck somehow her keys and made copies of her keys. Okay, this is the shit. All right, okay.
Nothing. I didn't see that. I don't know. It was a blur. And I felt like I was on the passenger seat of my own body. When I opened the door and saw who it was, broke my heart. And to see her kissing Ray on my couch, with his feet on my table, with my money, I'm running my apartment, my life, in the house that my daughter sleeps in, on the furniture that I put together.
The daughter who now has no parents in this world with all the nasty pervert. Okay.
How do you expect a man to feel? Happy? Well, I guess that's the end of my marriage.
Your marriage was ended when she put you out, my nigga. The delusion. But let's continue.
No! That's my family!
Did you kill her?
All right, so let's get into a little bit of these comments before I get to the article. People with sense. He's sick as fuck. Me, his family, and shut the fuck up. Was he thinking about his now parentless daughter, and what her life will be like now? He should have taken himself out and left the wife. That's how I feel. These people, I'm just so incapacitated. I gotta murk you and me. Just murk yourself. Leave the women, leave these other people alone. Okay. Somebody want to know why they didn't give him a crime of passion because he was married, because it was premeditated and it wasn't a crime of passion. It was deliberate. Okay. Houses is cheating if y'all not together. Control y'all emotions. There you go. Number one. People say he didn't actually cheat. She left him. He was abusive. They were already separated. Okay. Someone said being single will increase your chances of living longer. It seems too much DV occurring. Someone said you can tell he really loved her. My man, this is one of the comments that made me want to talk about this video today. I'm really, really annoyed when I get really annoyed, and I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all half the time. When you think, or when people assume it's love, it has nothing to do with love. That's not love. That is possessiveness. That is, if I can't have you, no one can. You need to be taken out of here. Fuck you. Fuck our kid. Because say what you want, that's a fuck our kid moment, because who's going to take care of your kid? But he don't care about that, because all he cared about is him controlling her. Now, I have an article. It was from yesterday as well. San Diego is from Channel 7, San Diego. Okay, shit. It says San Diego TikToker Ali, I don't want to say his last name because I might botch it, and I don't want to disrespect people with that last name. So, found guilty of taking his wife and her friend out. During the trial, prosecutors displayed graphic photos Ali took of the bodies. He took pictures. What? Okay, during the trial, prosecutors displayed graphic photos Ali took of the bodies and mentioned online searches he made about how to chop up body parts, amongst other things. How the hell is that a crime of passion? That is I'm a crazy motherfucker.
I didn't think I was going to ever see a video like this.
I heard abuse whispers.
Okay, my bad. That is, I don't know if y'all heard that. Something else came up. That is not passion. That is insanity and control. That is why when we tell when you know you're dealing with crazy, you got the bounce. Because a lot of these men, and when they feel like they are losing control, they don't give a shit about nothing. It ain't crazy. It ain't insanity. It ain't a crime. He didn't go crazy. He just ain't care. He was being spiteful and ain't care. And because she didn't want to deal with him knocking her between the washers and dryers no more, the audacity of her for wanting more than me. I'm trash. He want to take her out. This is why I say a lot of the times you have to run. You have to up bunch the boogie to the boogity beat. You cannot just, a lot, especially like you got to be very weary and concerned. Changing locks, having the police on speed dial, getting a weapon and not being afraid to use it. Do you really, he talking about she was kissing him. Do you really think that the crazy ex who is abusive threatened her life? I'm getting to the article in a minute. walked into her apartment that he shouldn't have had the keys with, and she's sitting with her friend, whether they dating, whether the friend is just keeping her company. I don't give a fuck whether she fucking a friend. It's none of his business, because they not together no more and they're going through a divorce. But do you really think that the crazy nigga woke up in her house unexpectedly, because how the fuck you get in, and she turned around and kissed the nigga next to her? Are you crazy? Let's be for real. But let's read the article. The jury hearing evidence at a high-profile trial of Ali, who was accused of taking out his estranged wife and her friend in October 2021, found the former, they found the former TikToker guilty of 2 counts of first degree, because it's come on now. Ali, who's 32, who went by Jin Kid on social media, had been in prison since the day of Anna and Rayburn. Okay, admitted during the trial that he did what he did. Okay, as the judge read the verdict, the gallery erupted in cheers, and Ali turned to see the commotion. And emotional Ali later held his hands to his face and wiped tears from his eyes as the court discussed his sentence date, which was set for June 28th. He could face life in prison, and I hope to God that he does. Hold on. Finally, my brother and Anna got a little bit of justice, the guy's sister Jordan said on Wednesday. Obviously, nothing is going to bring our brother or Anna back, but at least he is never going to be able to do this to another person again, because that was what would happen. On Friday, closing arguments in the case concluded that the jury began deliberating the case, decided whether the taken out were first or second degree. Deliberation continued on Tuesday. Then late on Wednesday morning, they announced they had reached a verdict. Ali was charged with 2 counts of first degree with allegations of using a gun in the situation, in the pow. He was also charged with a special circumstance allegation of committed multiple murders. The defense was hoping the jury could have found him guilty of second degree, and his sentence exposure would have been far less. He was instead found guilty of all counts and special circumstances. In the relief, we've been waiting almost 3 years for this. Okay. The woman's best friend, Anna's best friend, says, since there was no dispute he took the victims out, jurors were instead tasked with deciding whether the was intentional and premeditated or committed in the heat of passion. Okay, the jury came in and listened to the evidence for weeks, and they came to the right decision. Okay, the district attorney said. Closing arguments. Brass began her closing arguments in the downtown courtroom by asking the jury to find Ali guilty of 2 counts of first degree. She went through a timeline of the day. Ali killed Anna and her friend Baron, describing how Ali had spied on Anna to catch her with another man, and that he had malice and intent of them to death on the couch in the apartment where he once lived, because he didn't live there no more. Okay. All right. Heat of passion does not apply when you walk into an apartment that you had bugged with a key card you were not supposed to have, to fight that to a fight that no one else knew was happening but you. Okay. And you brought a gun. That is not heat of passion. Exactly. He went there with the gun after he planted a listening device. We're going to continue. Brad said Ali had plenty of time to rethink his decisions to drive to the downtown luxury condo he shared with his wife to shoot her and the man she was seeing. The prosecutors display a graphic photo Ali took of the bodies, played the sounds of the gunshot recordings he had on his phone, and even mentioned the online searches for how to chop up and trash a body, among other things. So he didn't Google this. That's the part I wanted to come up on. He Googled this. He was plotting. Shit. Then you wonder why women are just saying nah altogether, because even leaving them can be dangerous. Oh my Jesus. Okay. He had on his phone and even mentioned the online searches for how to cut up and trash a body, among other things. How do you search trash a body? That's crazy. It says cut up and trash a body. That shit is wild. Among other things, she said Ali took the couple out because he felt disrespected, and this was planned and premeditated, not a reaction in the heat of the moment like he claims. She also wrote, he was so possessive and controlling of Anna that if he could not have her, no one could, and she couldn't live, and any of the other man she was with could not live either. Okay. So the district attorney also mentioned the history of DV and Anna's text message to Ali expressing her fear and desire to leave the marriage, and the change he had to rethink, and the chances he had to rethink his actions, including during the drive to the apartment to confront Anna and Baron, even in a ride up in the elevator. Like cut that shit out. Like, what are you going in the elevators for? This is crazy. You are not together. You wasn't coming home from work. You were not together. She had moved on. Anyway, it was willful, deliberate, and premeditated. Okay. So Jody Green, his defense attorney, then presented her closing arguments. Green told the court her client shouldn't be convicted of murder because he had a bad childhood, mental health issues, and was high on cocaine. Who the fuck problem is that? Why do everybody think that women are accountable or should, like, because he have these issues, fuck her life? Nobody give a fuck. Go figure that shit out on your own. She said he is not a murderer. He just murdered 2 people. But okay, I think that's the definition of a murderer. But all right. Green says, yes, he killed Anna and the woman he loved, the mother of his beautiful daughter, Amira. So now they trying to say the girl name because now she matters, apparently. And he killed Ray, a man with whom Anna was having an affair. She was not having an affair. She left your bitch ass. Stop that. Okay? And he cannot undo what he has done, but he did not murder them. He is not a murderer. I get it, girl. Work for that check, girl. I get it, girl. Work for that check. Listen, you know, like, lawyers ain't shit. I get it, girl. Work for that check, bitch. Work for that check. Oh my Lord. I can't believe she said that. Then she said, this relationship between Anna and Ali at this time is the apex of human emotion. Nope. We're not doing this. She continues to say, it may not be your marriage, it may not be my marriage, but it is their marriage in the heightened state of despair. Him murder. Yes, she was in an abusive marriage and he ended her because he's an abuser. What the fuck? The defense attorney also pointed out the fact that Ali was re-racking his guns in between shots. Oh shit. Re-racking his gun in between shots, which is unnecessary as it proves he was out of his... What? Re-racking his gun between shots, which is unnecessarily, which moves he was out of his mind, as well that he had cocaine in his system 8 hours later, proves he was not of sound mind. We don't care. Okay? I don't care. This weird ass crazy, listen, at the first sign of insanity, you must leave. At the first sign of crazy, you ain't fixing them, you ain't helping them, you leave. Okay? Because once it escalates, and he think he can, because, you know, once you stay, you're telling him that he can. All of the way all of that, Once you stay, the action of staying is telling him that he can and you will take it. And the longer you take it, he's going to feel more like it's more his right to abuse you. He's going to feel like it's more his right. The longer you stay, the longer you allow it, he's going to feel like it's his right to abuse you. Because your actions and you not moving and you just crying and shit and forgiving him is showing him that you are okay with this shit. The longer you are with the crazy is the more likely the crazy will try to take you out of here. Those are the situations and circumstances where you need to get up, and up jumps the boogie. These are the situations we need to be real and not, he won't do that. You are delusional because he bust you upside the head to the white meat. So he will take you out of here. It's no such thing as a nigga beating on you, on a woman, and not being willing to kill her. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. There's no such thing, because any beating could be your end. You could fall, crack your head, anything. Any man who is one uppercutting you, 1 and 2 you, will take you out of here. Will take you all wholeheartedly out of here. And cry about how it was a crime of passion, trying to get over, trying to get off. And if he could get off, he gonna try everything that he can do to get off. Take you on vacation, push you off a cliff. You know, what happened? She fell. Stop playing. Stop playing with your life. And again, even if you want some fuck my life bullshit, okay, stop playing with your kids' lives. Because now, how many kids what percentage of fucking kids, you got to ask yourself, who are in foster care because their mama died, are there because their father took their mother out? I think that will probably be a large percentage. All right, y'all, I'm going to get into these comments. Oh, side note, I don't know if I mentioned it. I will not be here tomorrow. I'm doing something with my homegirl. I will be posting it, going to lunch, doing a city thing. I got to finish this hair today. Okay, I got to finish this hair today. But we'll be in a city. I will be posting on Instagram or whatever. But just know, noon, I ain't going to be home, so don't expect me here. We'll come live later on tomorrow night. It's Friday anyway, so I'll probably do like a nighttime live or some shit like that. Or when I get home, we ain't gonna be out all day, but maybe like a 6 or 8 o'clock. I'll figure it out. All right, but FYI, just for everyone to know. Again, if you are trying to comment and can't figure out why you can't comment, it's because you need to subscribe to the channel. I've added a new membership option as well. So if you become a member, we have a $5 membership. It's for the month. Join the membership, because after like next week, you won't be allowed to comment unless you are a member. So thank you all. All right, so let's get into some of these comments. Yeah. Because Jesus, like, because like the idea that we are some sort of property to a bunch of idiots is just insane. The idea that you can't even get rid of the freaking crazy nigga, that he's gonna come even after you leave him. You can never move on. You can never. They do things too. They trap you with kids to be able to try to always have a hook in you, like you are their property. No, we understand. The world might like to pretend, like these governments like to try to pretend like they don't know why women are like falling back. We don't want to no more. If I was born 10 years later, about 10 years later, Shout out to these kids and they fucking mindset because it's insane. Baby for what? Marriage for what? Most of those, I don't know too many situations where, y'all know I know a lot of married people, but I grew up around a lot of married people, and but it be shit. And I know a lot of people older people that were married, still married, been married. They said, I don't know what the fuck. That hindsight 2020, you would have been better off without that fucking insanity attached to you. Fucking up your self-worth, having to build back after he done drained you of all your fucking life presence and money. I can completely understand. I always say, if it's not a complete go, don't do it. Any red flag, just don't do it. He shows you he crazy. Don't do it. He can't figure his life out. Don't do it. Don't do it. He can't figure out how to, what I never understood, because I've been through a lot, but I like the man, he can't cook, he can't clean. Like, how does that even work? Why you even with a nigga who can't cook or clean? Now, I like to cook, but like, I don't think I've ever been with anybody who does not like to cook or clean, because I think it would automatically be like, oh, wait, what the fuck? Well, maybe because my shit. At least it didn't fall on the damn keyboard. Maybe it's just because, when I was little, my dad used to cook for us. But like, that to me is I like to cook, but I need you to be able to like to cook too. Figure that shit out. Cook 2-3 meals a week. I can't deal with my shit around the place personally. I got a teenager, so that's a little difficult because you know how they can be sometimes. But like, just a dude who can't put his clothes in the hamper, or who can't comprehend to put the clothes, who looking at me to put the clothes in the washing machine when the washing machine is right there. That's not the nigga you married to. Or I saw this TikToker who's on YouTube now. Cause all the TikTokers coming to YouTube. What's her name? Shan. I forgot her name. Not Virgin Bougie. I watch her too. But it's this other TikToker. But nonetheless, she read a story yesterday, and I thought that shit was insane. So these two girls, they friends. One of them literally did what I suggest if you want a baby. She went to the place and got inseminated, right? She made sure she had her, because it was her, right? So she made sure she had her second baby. She have a 5-year-old and a 6-month-old, something like that. 5-year-old or 6-month-old, right? She got money saved. She done saved money for a year to make sure she could take time off to raise her babies, right? Raise her babies. She doing this all by herself. She chose to be a single mother. She didn't want to be attached to insanity, right? And her homegirl got a 5-month-old baby, mind you. So they were pregnant at the same time. Her homegirl has a great career like she does too. All else is equal. Career is equal. Homegirl got a husband. Homegirl husband ain't have a job since 2021. She got a 6-month-old or 5-month-old. He hasn't had a job in months. So the girl who went and got inseminated and have her life plan, because because she wasn't delusional anyway. So she taking a year off from her job. She works at a private school, so she could take time off. Good for her. She did all this to set up her life, right? Her homegirl gonna turn around and mind you, the husband don't work nowhere. The homegirl gonna turn around and ask her if she can't, she got to go back to work, or else she's gonna lose her job. And if she lose her job, they're gonna be homeless. That's not my fault. but okay. Then she gonna ask her if she could watch her kid for her. She was like, no, I really don't want to be with two, a 5-month-old and a 6-month-old, no. And the girl kept pushing. And then she was like, girl, you have a whole husband. And then she was like, well, he can't take care of the kids. He's not good at that. And then, she kept saying, oh, it's messed up that you won't help me out or whatever. And then she was like, girl, you have a whole man in your house and you asking me to watch your kids. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then her friend got mad, deleted and blocked her because she don't want to watch her kids for her. One, like she don't got a whole husband in her house. Like the money she paid to feed and clothe that crusty nigga, if she didn't have him there, wouldn't have allowed her to be able to pay for childcare. The audacity to get mad at your homegirl for not helping you out with your kid, when the reality, and I thought about this. I'm like, yo, if she was single, then you asking your homegirl to help you out is not a crazy thing to do. If she was single, if she didn't have that, she put that whole ass nigga out. I'd have told her, don't ask me no stupid shit until you put that trash nigga out your house. Because what is the point of him? Burden, dragging you into the pits of hell, and can't even take care of his child while you're at work so you could pay the rent, bills, and pay for that fucking PlayStation that he's probably on for 60 hours a week. Child. When I say you can't make bullshit up, you can't make bullshit up. Stop letting people play in your face. When people show you who they are, believe it. Even if you went, like, stop playing. Stop playing. Let's stop doing it. Anyway. The marriage, yeah, it was over. She wasn't cheating. He just, again, was crazy. And yes, he acting like she did something, and that's why. No, you were abusive. That's why she finally left you. God, thank God. She said external delusion. Folks who saw him and heard his story and left. Oh, I really loved her. Jovi, you got to oddly understand, folks who saw him and heard his story and felt, oh, he really loved her, are the ones who would look up to Ted Bundy because he must have loved his wife. You're right. Those are the ones who, listen, you got to watch people, be very careful. Like I said, you got to pay attention. Friends, dudes, you let them talk, see what they say about certain things, how they think. Like, it ain't that deep. Ain't no dick worth, ain't no dick worth that. Thank you, TMG, for also becoming a new member. Y'all get the membership. Again, I added a $4.99 a month option. So please get the membership. There's also the $10 one up there. I'm gonna start adjusting what goes on what, but at least get the $5 one. Thank y'all so much. She said I was a member, so I'm not new. Yeah, but you know, I appreciate you. Sounds like him the problem. He should have gotten help for his cocaine, anger, and pride. Yeah, those are not my problems. I'm tired of people attempting to put other people's problems on women. We have our own shit to do. I don't care. I don't care. I really have taken that mindset in because it saves you so much mentally and emotionally, because people will dump all of their burdens on you if you allow them to. Everything. No, calling you with bullshit and putting you have your own shit to worry about. You have your own shit to worry about, okay? We have another one. Thank you. Jadib. Thank you so much for becoming a member. All the members, new, old. Y'all appreciate it. Don't forget, all of you, to like this video on your way in. Thank you so much. Kay said, not sure if people are used to being beat or seeing their mama get beat, so it's normal behavior for them. Yeah, I think so. And even in those circumstances, it's on you to break your channel. The the generational curse of that. That's on you. Don't have to. I tell you all the time. I tell y'all all the time. You can choose today. I don't want to be that. I want to be this bitch. I don't want to be the I don't. So you work and you get your, you go get your help, you get your therapy, you deal with your issues instead of circling around them shits. You deal with the underlying issues, you work on yourself, you be who you want to be. You do not have to be the same bitch you were yesterday, last month, last year. But you always have, especially when these men are concerned and their unstable nature, especially now, they've been kind of unstable, but especially now that they can't force you. Because for years, they forced you. For years, they beat you into submission. For years, your child probably couldn't eat without him. So you had no choice. Now we don't have to. Because they're losing their fucking minds. We all know people who have dealt with shit like that. Got parents or grandparents or someone who, I told y'all, both of my grandma, well, not both of them, because I don't want to say that on my mother's side or my father's side, but my mom, my mom aunt, who I considered my grandmother, my mom aunt, who I consider my grandmother because she was up here, she ran to America to avoid abusing weird ass, crazy ass nigga that they forced her to marry. This was back in the 50s and shit. And she was, and it shit to this day, it's her fault. People are weird. People got issues. We are conditioned to blame women for men's insanity. She was supposed to just take a beating forever. Her dad never spoke to her again. Never. That's one, never. Because she chose to leave. Because every time she went back to her daddy's house, he sent her back to the husband who whooped the ass again. And instead of dealing with the fact that this nigga crazy and abusive, let's blame her. Let's blame her. It got to be her fault. What did she do to make him whip her ass? Not like he just wasn't a nigga who liked to whip bitches' asses. So, you gotta be careful. We are in a different time, different space, and the ability we have to recover, they hate and resent us for it. Because like we spoke about yesterday, too many times, how many people do y'all know like this? The situation go left, it be their fault majority of the time, right? Or even if it's not, whatever. And it go left. The woman will figure it out. Woman will go and figure it out. They get a divorce, they separate, they break up. A woman will go and get 2 jobs. Staying at her sister's house, putting some money in, get 2 jobs, make sure she get up and climb up off her feet with her kids on her back. And a lot of times these men don't even got the kids attached to the hip, the back, nowhere. The kid is over there. They see every other weekend, but they still can't get up. That man expected his wife to be fucked up and broken forever because he felt like he broke her, the audacity of her to try to move on with her life, to try to find some hope and happiness in life after experiencing years of him. Nah. But then the world can't figure out why the birth rate is hovering around ass and why women don't want to do it. They can't figure it out. I saw that And he's garbage anyway. Like I said, when these men show you who they are, like this Corey guy, from the shit he spoke about his daughter, all that shit, that tell you he ain't shit. And a bitch who gets with that nigga, hearing everything that he said, because some of these niggas lie. That nigga wholeheartedly tells you what it is. And any bitch that get with him should be well aware of what the fuck they getting with, of how that shit gonna turn out and be. Don't. I don't even want to get in a car with them because they might crash the car and attempt to kill you. Don't. The membership button. Okay, you found it. Okay. She said fine. He said finally make it. Hey Yusuf. Hey Lacey, how are you? I know a few people who chose the IVF route and financially stable. Meanwhile, their married friends had a toddler and the dad doesn't watch them, provide, etc. She's a married single mom. Yeah. I've said this for like the last year, and I'm really starting to, I think the IVF, Matt, if you just want to be a mom that bad, the IVF factor to me makes so much more sense. Because then you ain't even got to deal also with a child who feels abandoned by a dad. Because half of these, you know how a lot of these men's is. And you won't have to deal with that fact because it's like, there's no man, I had you because I loved you and I wanted you so bad. And again, the IVF moms, compared to a lot of these married moms, are winning. They have more. They do more. They keep more. Because the drain of taking care of an extra grown kid, you don't want to. Okay, it's Jade. Okay, Jade. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. So that's all I have to say about today's topic. I appreciate you all for dropping by. Like I said, I do have a video to edit, and it will be edited and posted tomorrow. It's a workout kind of video. So it will be edited and posted tomorrow. Like I said, I will not be here at noon. I'll be in the city at noon doing things. If you want to know what I'm doing, make sure to follow me on my Twitter and my Instagram. I'm Jovi Beauty on both. I appreciate you all for coming. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden, because there's no other way to live it. Okay? I will. I've been on a live my life thing. Okay? Listen, live it before it lives you. All right?